Well, what is up, Bible lovers? Pastor Matt coming to you on this Lord's Day evening, once again with a Bible review. This time we're looking at the large print compact Bible by Crossway in a TruTone cover, with a Goldenrod color and the emblem design. Now, we're going to compare this Bible to the Pitt Minion in just a moment, but it's not going to be a fair comparison for a couple of reasons. First of all, the Pitt Minion is several times more expensive than the large print compact, which runs you about $20 or so in that range, depending on where you buy it. But that is not to say that this Bible does not commend itself in several other ways. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. First of all, this Bible has a large print, or so it says, and that would be an 8-point type. Now, normally, 8-point does not qualify as large print by any definition. However, large print is relative to the size of the Bible when you're dealing with compact editions. So keep that in mind. When it says large print, you're certainly not going to get an 11, 12, 14, 16-point font or anything like that. No, it's going to be an 8-pointer, but I think it's still very, very readable. Now, here's a TruTone cover. This is a polymer. It's not leather. Don't be fooled. Doesn't look like leather. Doesn't feel like leather, but it's very durable nonetheless. And look at the attractive spine that Crossway has put on these TruTone editions. They are paste down covers, which mean you just have a grainy piece of construction paper, for lack of a better term here, holding the TruTone cover onto the book block. And I will say, I do like the Goldenrod color. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pastor Matt, you're a Presbyterian minister. You're ordained. You can't like this color. You have to like brown and black. Well, that's true. I do prefer brown and black Bibles. I like to match my Bible with my belt if possible. But I got to say, this Goldenrod is a pretty cool color. So this is a great Bible for carrying around. It's going to be durable. It's going to be strong. Nevertheless, it does have that paste down liner. But let's have a look at the inside here, and we'll see this nice, handsome edition of the ESV. It has the very smallest suite of references, as you can see here on the bottom of the page. There are some references, but normally those annotations are just textual notes. Although in the New Testament, when the New Testament quotes the Old Testament, you do see that kind of references, but certainly not a reference Bible. It's mostly a text Bible for what it's worth, and you can see here that it's also a red letter edition. Not the blood red that I would prefer in a red letter, but it's nice and clean nevertheless. Nice hand size edition. This size, if you're wondering, is a 7 inches by 5 inches, which is great. Now, I love 8.5s, but man, I love me a 7.5 too. I just have a thing for small Bibles, I suppose. Now, one critique: the paper is not that great. On the plus side, you do have line matching, which is going to minimize the ghosting. This is perfectly line matched for all that I can tell. But the paper isn't that great. And I'm going to show you an insider trick to know if you have good paper or not. One way that you can really kind of evaluate is pull one sheet and just bend it a tiny bit away from the block. You're not going to be able to see this on the video, but if you hold this up to the light and you look through the light on one sheet, if you can see grainy places or patchy places in the paper itself, graininess or patchiness, that's the sign of a not great paper run. And as we might expect, if we look in here on the inside, this little guy has been printed in China, and that's why you're going to get that inferior paper. Now, to compare it to the Pitt Minion, this is not a fair competition. This guy is goat skin. This also is a paste down, but the paste down liner is tougher. It's not that cardboardy type paper. It's more of a plasticky sheen paper. It's going to be stronger. And the paper in the Pitt Minion is world class, also quite thin, also line matched. So although these Bibles are in the same category, small, compact, carry-around ESVs. They're not in the same league. This one is better by far. But if you've got 20 bucks and you want a nice small edition, you can't beat this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do you a solid here. I'm going to post the Amazon link on the description of this video so you can hop right over to Amazon and buy this exact copy, or you can look at the similar editions. Goldenrod TruTone Large Print Compact Edition by Crossway. Pastor Matt, out.